Lyric, it's great to be talking to you today. Thanks for taking the time. How are you doing?
Of course, thanks for having me. I'm doing great. I'm so happy and grateful and just excited to be here.
Now, now, of course, we have to talk about what people are talking about. How
Yes.
how have things been with you and Rome since you've been out of the house?
What's the tea? Amazing. We've been FaceTiming every single day. I am
Oh,
so in love with him. We are just so happy right now. And all I can say is maybe expect something to, be posted on social media within the next 2 weeks or so. People can
oh.
expect happy things and exciting things happening.
Well, see, that's the thing is a lot of people go like, they're like, how can they fall in love so quickly? But they don't understand that in the Big Brother house, you're with each other 24/7. It's
Mhm.
like speed dating in there.
Yes. Totally. And when you know, you know. Rome and I both agreed that when we walked into the house, we
Right.
knew that this was going to happen because, first off, he's gorgeous. Have you seen him? And also, we clicked the minute that we talked. A lot of people don't see it, but we had like 5 to 6 conversations before we actually kissed.
Yeah.
And so that connection was there immediately. When you know, you know.
Well, and I was speaking to him and I said, Rome, when did you know there was something special going on or something special about Lyric? And because, I go back to my own experience with my wife, and he's like, we were just sitting there filling up the dishwasher. She didn't know what she was doing. It was the cutest thing in the world. And right then and there, I felt something. What was it for you? Was there a moment you remember where you're like, okay, there's something about this person that their soul's coming out. I really, really am attracted to this person and what they are.
This is true. The dishwasher scene, yes, embarrassing on my part. I've loaded a dishwasher before, but we don't do that at home. We don't use our
Right,
dishwasher. I knew that Rome was someone I wanted in my life
right.
when after week one, after Ashley got renominated,
Yeah,
I got emotional. I kind of broke down. I missed my family. And he was the one person who came into the room, saw tears in my eyes, and held me like a baby and said, I'm not leaving you until you feel better, until you stop crying, until you are in a better place. And in
yeah,
that moment, when everyone's gunning for you in the Big Brother house and you really feel like you can't trust anyone,
yeah.
having that one person that you can fully trust, you hold on to. They're going to protect you and keep you safe. And Rome made me feel that way the minute that we connected. And especially in that moment when I was missing home, the fact that he stayed by my side, I
Oh.
was like, oh, I need to marry this man. I need a ring.
Well, it's like you say, when you find that person and your souls connect, you just know, and there's no doubt. You've been out of the house for a little bit now. You've been able to catch up on some things. I gotta ask you, what surprised you the most so far? The things that you've learned or now aware of that you weren't aware of before?
Honestly, everything that I've seen hasn't been too surprising to me.
Right.
I think I had inklings of everything. I think I love Melody and Mallory. I knew that maybe they were upset
Right.
about what had happened in the game. However, I did not think that they would. I did not expect all of the comments to be made about me in terms of my voice, in terms of
Right.
um, other things going on in the house. I didn't fully expect it. And so it was a little shocking, but not shocking at the same time.
And also it's one thing you have to take into consideration. Again, I've talked to other Big Brother house guests about this. It's a pressure cooker environment. So little things that are minor in the outside world become huge things in there because you
Mhm.
stew and you dwell on things. Are you hoping to speak to them after the show? Because again, they did spout off and they did express their anger, but then they also said like they miss you and they miss that friendship they had from you with you, and they're wondering how things are going. So, I mean, there may be a little bit of softening there, especially on the live feeds.
For sure, it's a game at the end of the day. I think we
Yeah,
all understand that. However, I think hearing those things, of
yeah,
course, is not the nicest thing, but we're going
no,
to be friends on the outside of this. No question.
yeah. Now you've been able to, see what's been going on, the dynamics and everything that's going on there. If you had your pick, and this is a little bit of get back for you, who would you want to see leave next?
I don't want to see anyone leave. However, I think Haley maybe has a target on her back at this point in the game. And so I think
Right.
Haley might be leaving this week. I think the red corner is absolutely being broken up at this point and being tested. And so it's about time the power switched in that house. I'm just bummed I wasn't there to be there for the switch. However, if it was at my expense, if I was a sacrifice for the switch to happen, you know what? Fair enough. Go, people, go.
Were you now when you were number, were you expecting that this was going to flip on you? Because again, we saw the icons make that last minute move and decide to shift things. But did you have a feeling? Because I got the feeling watching on the feeds that you knew something was up and you knew that, what everybody had been telling you may not have been exactly the truth.
Absolutely. I think one common thing that would happen in the Big Brother house is every time someone was on the block and they were semi-safe,
Yeah.
everyone would tell you, "You're safe, you're good, you don't have to worry." Everyone was telling me that, and because people were telling me that, I'm like, "Oh, there's no chance that I'm staying." Also, I knew that I was going up against Drew and Melody, two people who hadn't won anything at the and they hadn't come close to winning anything too at that point in the game. And so as a Big Brother watcher, I knew that if a competition player is sitting next to someone who hasn't won competitions up until that point in the game, they're going home. And so I had no question in my mind that that my game was in jeopardy and that I could possibly go home.
Now, if you had stayed there, what was the plan for yourself going forward? I mean, I spoke to Rome about this, and he goes, "I just think she needs to like shift, maybe, pivot her game a bit." What would you have done if you did stay?
If I did stay, I definitely would have stayed with the plan that I kind of kickstarted, and that's shifting. I needed to work with people who could win competitions and keep me safe. And so I definitely would have stuck by Yash. We made a final two before I
Yeah,
left. I
yeah,
am rooting for him all the way. Rome and I are like, we want him to win this whole thing. We love Yash so much. I
yeah.
definitely would have pivoted where I needed to pivot. And most of all, I would have tried super hard in those competitions to win and get some power. I would have put up probably the icons. I was thinking about it. And so the icons were right to think that I was threatening because I would have put them up and I would have said, "Hey, you've been on vacation for a week. Welcome to the block."
Now, again, you've been able to watch things back. Um, has your opinion have changed of anybody greatly, like their gameplay or them as a person? I mean, we're talking about live feeds in the show. Has anything changed?
Maybe a little bit. I understand it's a game, but holy smokes, I didn't realize how many people were talking behind my back and making fun of me. So obviously it's not the best feeling, but I do understand it's a game and I love every single one of them. It has been just a once in a lifetime experience. And I think the best thing that I got out of it was, finding my person and finding Rome. I'm so excited to see him soon
Yeah.
and for everyone to see our reunion soon.
Now, now you've got your hands in many successful things. You're a singer, just like your dad was. You're a lawyer also. You've now gone into like the reality show. But what is next for you? Because it seems like you have a lot of options on the table for you. Quite amazingly.
Oh gosh, I'm so grateful that you say that. I'm open to anything and everything. Like, bring it on. We're talking The Amazing Race. We're talking any acting or any singing shows. Give it to me. Your girl is ready.
Lyric, it was wonderful watching you on the show. Again, when you have such a cutthroat show, it's always nice to see somebody there who, as other people have said about you, you brought this light, you brought this positivity that atmosphere really needs. I mean, if it's not, as we've seen in previous seasons, it gets dragged down. People get dragged down. So it was wonderful watching you. All the best for you in the future. You roam too. And can't wait to see you on the finale and what you have to say, because I'm sure you're going to have a lot to talk about.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, take care, Lyric. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.